Hello, group. I'm going to do a series on the 9 Enneagram personalities. It was life changing for me when I read my profile. It was the biggest aha moment of my life. It showed me who am I, how do I think, feel, act, react, how I feel emotionally loved, what I bring into a relationship, what my challenges are, my gifts, what I'm triggered with, but most importantly, how I can grow to be the best person I can be. So I'm going to do a series on the 9 personality types. What I want you to understand is that the personality is formed by the age of 7, when in the family of origin, this person looks out, forms a limiting belief that I must be a certain way in order to get the most love and attention. So then we form patterns that become roles, that become personalities. And we think, well, this is who I am, and we stay in the structure of that box. But really, it's all about getting out of the box, to learn the patterns, to release yourself from sabotaging behaviors to more freeing behaviors. This has been the foundation of my life since I found it. It has, I used to feel confused and trapped and stuck and powerless. And now it has given me the information to compassionately um, allow myself to grow through this and to understand each other and other people's, other personalities' perspectives as well. Solves conflicts. It has done amazing things in my life. That's why it's the basis of my coaching. So today it's about the one perfecter. So if you can have compassion for this child who believed that they needed to get everything right in order to be loved, in order to get the love and attention. And so they focus on details. I'm going to be reading some of this information because I want to make this point. They believe the right way to get a perfect world is to create structure and adhere to the rules. And that's why they're often pretty black and white. They're pretty structured. There's ways of doing things. Quality is more important than quantity. They compare what is real to what would be perfect, continually improving to full potential, striving for that perfection. They have strong morals and a sense of responsibility, always doing their best, has high standards of fidelity, honesty, and charity. Now, does that mean that they are perfect in every part of their life? You can arrive at their house and without warning, and their desk can be piled high, there can be clutter, there can be messy floors maybe, but if you are coming over, I can guarantee you everything will be pristine. And why is that? Because they don't want to be judged. Judgment is a big thing. So as a child, they felt very judged. Maybe they had very strict parents or parents who believed their own belief that they needed to be very hard on this child so that they would have an easier time in life. And they believed the way to do that was to critique everything that they did. So wherever that came from, that belief that everything needed to be perfect, the challenge is with the perfecter is that they feel it's important that rules are followed, and they can get very irritated when others don't meet their high standards. If you've ever had a perfecter in your life, there is an irritation that they have, and you can read their body language can get quite rigid, very annoyed. There's irritation there. Their relationship style. They have high standards of fidelity, honesty, and charity. They're always improving themselves to be the best partner and have the best relationship. They're often calm, cool, collected, steered by strong values, and fair. They keep promises and, and have a high integrity leading a principled life. So how do you get along with perfectors? Especially if they haven't had much growth and they are quite set in their rules and they want you to follow their rules. They want you to follow the proper rules of etiquette and manners. They spend a tremendous amount of time, like if they're creating an event, they are everything is perfect. The knives and forks are lined up, the table's decorated properly. I had a friend who was a perfecter, and she was an astounding host, an amazing chef, and she would have us over for these elaborate dinners that were amazing. And we would walk every night. And I walked with her the next night after one of these events, and she was irritated and angry. She had forgotten the sauce for one of the dishes in the microwave. So for her, the whole event was ruined. And it was like, we didn't even know there was supposed to be a sauce. There were so many other amazing things. That was not important. But you can see what happens in these situations. So they want you to show up on time and do what's asked of you. Appreciate them for how organized they are, especially the beauty in the details. And encourage them to release the structure and have more fun. When you study the Enneagram more, we talk about the path of development in each personality. What are the patterns you need to let go of that are sabotaging you? Well, it's the rigidness of the rules, and the path of development is to take up more of the patterns of the seven optimister. Have more fun, be more laid back. And it's said that if a perfecter goes on holidays, they can look more like a seven optimister. They are laid back and fun and easygoing. And if you're new in the relationship and they go back home, you're shocked when they go back into their life of more rigidness and rules. Like, who is this other person? For the perfecter, I want you to have compassion for yourself. Allow yourself to release expectation of your rules. Your high standards are still higher than most people's. Choose to let go of what feels too restrictive for you and for others. You will be appreciated for the changes. We often encourage perfecters to do things in their house. Before, if a picture drives you crazy, if it's at a little angle, move some pictures. Walk past them every day and say, I'm okay with that. That's fine. Do things where you let, it isn't crucial that things be a certain way. And especially in your relationships. Become aware of how your rigidness or how your high standards is affecting your partner. And even ask them for help I often teach couples that when you're working together and you're really willing to work on each of your stuff, to maybe have a sign where your partner can go, hey, and then they can go, oh, what am I doing in this? Oh yeah, I'm a little too rigid here. And instead of saying, stop doing that, you're wrong, you can say, hey, honey, can you be a little more relaxed? And the perfecter can go, oh, right, thank you for pointing that out to me. That's how you begin to work together as couples. So I also identify some famous people, if I can get my mouse to go over here, that are perfecters. So think of Martha Stewart. Martha, in her early days when she had her TV program and her magazines, people said she was very, very difficult to work with because she was creating these programs and these perfect aesthetics that were being filmed, and everything had to be perfect. I watch her now whenever I see her, and she has come to the point where she's laid back and she's fun and she's relaxed. That's a perfecter going to the path of development. Taylor Swift, I believe, also is a perfecter. Ralph Nader, Judge Judy, Meryl Streep, Kate Middleton, Michelle Obama. Those are just some of the famous personalities. Now understand they haven't taken the personality test. This is my perception in interpreting their patterns when I watch them. That's the beauty of the Enneagram. When you learn all 9 patterns, you can start to recognize them and then relate to the person in a more compassionate, less personalization of their responses to you, and all of you can grow. The Enneagram is an amazing, amazing tool that you can use to elevate your life and your careers and relationships with others. So the next one I'm going to be doing is the 2 supporter helper. and hopefully I will have that for you tomorrow. If you have any questions or comments, if you're saying to yourself, oh, that's me, give us some insights of what that's like for you. Or a lot of people will say, oh my gosh, that's my mom or my sister. And they kind of go, oh, now I understand a bit more why they're so hard on themselves and possibly others. So I welcome your comments, and watch for the next video. I will be doing a series on manifesting your dreams as well.